So yeah, Maponga J reporting from Matebeleland. We are going to turn up the heat on you as government ministers. And dare you, you try anything. Try and fix the problem. Don't try and fix me. Fix the problem. And we are going to be there, standing, taking pictures, and putting them on social media to show the world how incompetent you are as ministers in government. Budgets are there. Engineers are there. Quarry is there. You are there. Flying over problems. Drive through these problems and fix them for us. I'm coming for you, Minister of Health. I'm coming for you. Head-on collusion. And let's see, why are you in that office and why are you not delivering? Where is the budget of the Ministry of Health going? Where is the budget of the Ministry of Transport going? These infrastructures that we are complaining about, and you are there as the minister in that department, you have us to be dealing with. And I think all of us as citizens, wherever we are, it is our duty to hold our ministers into account. Yes, the president is finally responsible, but the people that have been put in charge of these ministries, and I think sometimes we run around the problem heading for the head of the state. We will deal with him later. For now, let us deal with those that are custodians in these ministries. Yours truly, Maponga J. Stay away from live for you from Matebeleland right here in Zimbabwe. The last 2 days have seen me traveling from Harare via Bulawayo into Lupane and looking around the areas. What caused me to travel is the budget that I had, that the government had released into Lupane for 2.5 billion to develop that part of Matebeleland, which I think for the longest of time, this has been a bone of contention as to the negligence maybe that has happened for the longest of time, where personally I feel in terms of distribution of state funds, Matebeleland has been lagging behind for some strange reason that I'm still trying to put my head around. So I thought, let me get down there and look for the facts on the ground. I would be very candid in my presentation this morning because I had to experience it myself. Firstly, I've seen some videos making turns on the internet about the road between Bulawayo and another 20-30 kilometers away from Lupane, coming towards Hwange. In fact, I think right up into Hwange, and for another 10 or so kilometers, when you're about to get into Victoria Falls, does the road begin to get better. But that 380-something kilometers, it is a terrible, terrible road. I will put some of the pictures on my Facebook page. For some of you might want to see the state of affairs there. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This road is wasted and it is horrific, to say the least. The lifespan of a normal road under usage is usually 5 to 20 years, depending on the volume of traffic that is there. You and I would know that this is a heavy traffic road, as it is a transport route between South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Angola, Congo, and Namibia, and those trucks that want to make it to even Malawi. So those that want to come through the Victoria Falls Road, Kazungula, or they make a turn straight into Bay into Zambia. So it's quite a busy road, which has been totally wasted. The potholes there, I'm telling you, you can think some of them are almost like a swimming pool. And I would want to call an agent meeting with the Honorable Emerson Mnangagwa and declare the Victoria Falls Bulawayo Road a national disaster. Yeah, it's a national disaster. That road is horrible. I would like to see the Honorable President Emerson Mnangagwa. I would like to see the Honorable Mthuli Ncube, who is the Minister of Finance. I would like to see Felix Nona, who is the Minister of Transport and Infrastructure. I would like to see Barbara Rodzi, who is the Minister of Tourism, and I will not exclude Obet Mpofu, who is responsible for almost 30 to 40, 50% of the businesses that are running right here in Victoria Falls. Now, if these 5 people can gather together and get on their luxury cars with their bodyguards and their blue lights, I would like to see the Honorable President driving from Bulawayo into Victoria Falls by road with his Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Transport. And let's not also forget the Zinara lady who is running the office of Zinara. And one would wonder, because many times you fly into these places, you may not be able to appreciate and experience the horrible state of affairs. Therefore, I recommend that, Honorable President, with all due respect, that you take your team personally and get on the road. Don't take pictures. Don't take pictures. Experience the road yourself. Honorable Minister of Transport, do that. Victoria Falls is not just in Matabeleland. Victoria Falls is one of our key tourist and economic hub in the country, because it is through this road that we're able to get tourists, both from those that land in Bulawayo and those that are coming from South Africa, those that use the road, the buses and etc., and you can experience it. I would not want to have any excuse as such to this dilapidated road that we have. And now that Lupane has been invested with the 2.5 billion that he is moving into that city, this now speaks of more than 10,000 students at the maximum capacity that will be walking through the campus of Lupane. How are they going to travel from Bulawayo and from Zambia coming into Lupane? So you have a state asset that is there. I also had an opportunity of visiting the brand new hospital that is being put there. A massive, massive infrastructure that we cannot even begin to mention, that will be hosting all the patients from around the province. Now, if we don't fix this hospital, don't you think that you're actually going to put pressure onto the hospital? Because some of the problems of the hospital will be dealing with emergencies, and these will be casualties from the very road that has not been fixed. I've seen the government offices that are doing very well, that complex that you're looking at, and this 2.5 billion in my own world would be going towards the water reticulation and creating a sustainable water resource in Lupane. Back to back with that, government housing for all these employees that are now going to be influxing into the Lupane region. You will not undermine, of course, the student accommodation that is coming in there, a huge economic injection that is coming into the province. And now, sometimes we always are in a hurry to blame our president or blame the minister of finance and etc. But let's put things into perspective. Put things into perspective. Gloves off, ladies and gentlemen. If I give you a job, or if I get a job from someone who is my friend, I always do my best to make sure that I go slightly above average. Because if I don't do that, I go to town to embarrass the host who has called me and bring his name into disrepute and reputation management. I am sad to announce that some of the ministers that we have put into these offices, either they are incompetent, or if they have too much sloganeering and party comrades, it does not guarantee that they have an idea of what strategy is all about. It is therefore important that if you are in a ministry, such as the Ministry of Transport, how would you sleep at night knowing that one of the key roads, I've seen tourists taking pictures, sleeping in potholes, right here on the road to Victoria Falls. And we could be drinking our coffees and teas, and you would want the president to be blamed for not fixing the road. And yet you are there as the Minister of Transport. You are there as the Minister of Tourism. You are there as the head of Zinara. And you'd fold your arms, walking into parliaments, talking like nothing has happened. I think the condition of the Bulawayo Victoria Falls Road, the condition of that road implicates all of you who are in the in the government office, all of you who are working with the president as far as the road infrastructure is concerned, some of these things are total negligence. If they are not negligence, I want to pitch them next to incompetence. And if you are not competent for the job, or maybe you don't know what you are doing, and you'll be happy to see the country and the president being dragged into the mud, and the thing is happening in your own department, you need to come forward and say something. You need to come around, and this time around, because there's this injection of 2.5 billion that has come into Lupane, I am not joking. I'm going to be sitting on your shoulders. I'm going to be harassing you every day to make sure and find out what is happening to the funds that have been invested, and better still, what is happening in your ministry in as far as some of these problems are concerned. It's not everything that the president must be doing. The fact that he has appointed you as ministers in those government offices, then you need to pull up your socks and deliver. And you're not delivering for me. Don't even think that what I'm doing there because I hate you or I don't like you. You are there as a servant of the country. You are a public servant who is spending public funds. We are not begging you to look for money in your pockets. We are asking you to take money that has been allocated in your departments, in your provinces, to develop the province so that the people can have access to resources. This is not personal. So I want to challenge Honorable Rodzi and Honorable Moni. Don't be offended. This has nothing to do with your personal families and your personal funds. We are talking about public funds placed in the province. 2.5 billion that I heard on the radio, on the state radio, that the government has allocated 2.5 billion into the Lupane region. And I hope that some of that money can actually be allocated towards fixing of that road. So Zinara, pull up your socks. Lupane District Council and Province, pull up your socks. Honorable Minister of Transport, pull up your socks. Honorable Minister of Tourism, pull up your socks. This is a resource that the country can benefit from. And I don't know why we must sometimes, everything must become political. You must wait for people to start complaining about Bulawayo, about Matabeleland, about the dilapidated thing. Tourists must come, and Maponga must now pick up videos and make noise in your ministry. And when these videos get to the government, then all of a sudden you look like you're getting busy. But all along you're sitting in your offices. What are you doing? This road has been going on bad for almost 10 years. It started off with potholes that were not fixed. Then people put some soil and dust. It has not worked. Now those potholes, you can fit an elephant, you can put a swimming pool on the midst of the road. And when people from Matabeleland begin to talk, and it looks like it's a tribal thing, I don't want to get involved in tribal issues. I don't want to get involved in some nepotism. I don't get involved in that. All we are saying in a simple state, Honorable President, call a meeting. Call a meeting. Call the Minister of Transport. Call the Minister of Tourism. Call the Zinara Chair. Call the Devolution Minister in your office. And call them to one meeting. And from that meeting, ask only one question. What are we doing about the road between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls? When will it be done? How will it be done? How much will it cost? Who will deliver it? And what are we waiting for? If the funds are there, and the road has been in this condition for this long, the question is, has feasibility studies not been done? Has the Department of Transport and Zinara not have a clear picture, a strategic picture as to when and how are they going to deliver this road? And I think that some of you guys who are elected into parliament, honestly, you are less than the CVs that you supply. Because all you need to do is, with your appointment, is to prioritize certain projects. And I think that Bulawayo, Victoria Falls, I want to declare it as a state of emergency. It is a horrible, terrible road with large volume of traffic that is on it. And if our government does not do something about it, these are small little things that create dissatisfaction, anger, grumbling amongst the community down here. We are not looking for too much as civilians. All we want are services. We want our hospitals done. We want our roads done. And we want our schools done. And the government, whatever is doing up there, you can do it up there. But at the bottom here, do the basics, that you can deliver basic service to the community. I declare the road between Victoria Falls and Bulawayo a national disaster. A national disaster. And if I were you as Honorable Minister, I would not go to sleep in the night. The problem, you fly too much. You fly too much and you fly past those potholes. Get on the ground, experience the ground. We are waiting for the solution, and I will be sitting on this case with every inch of weight and voice that I have until this road is fixed. Money is there. Disaster is waiting to happen. And until someone gets up to talk and shout, maybe you'll never hear. Honorable Rodzi, Honorable Mtuli Ngube, Honorable Obed Mpofu, Honorable President, and all your strategic partners who are within the offices of devolution, I would like to challenge all of you and say, please make way into the Wange Victoria Falls Road, and let's make sure that we clear that problem. Felix Mona, yes, I was looking for your name, Felix Mona, who is actually the Minister of Transport, with all your infrastructure and engineers. Don't take it personal. We are now going to be calling you to accountability. And from here, I am heading into Pararenyatwa Hospital, and I will make another commentary about the state of our hospitals that is right here in Zimbabwe. The government is not failing, and I think we need to put the blame where it belongs. Some of the ministers who are sitting in these ministerial offices are not performing their duties, and we cannot blame the president for that. If it is possible, the president must reshuffle the government. Reshuffle the government. If you don't deliver, there is no reason why we must flag you and rub you on the back and brush you on the back and further reward your misconduct. Number two, further reward your incompetence with another extension of office. There are enough people in the country here who are qualified to do that job. If you cannot deliver the job, sometimes it's good enough to resign. Yes, you're a good political member, but if you don't have what it takes to deliver a ministry, don't waste the national resources. Don't waste our time. And don't allow us to blame the wrong man who is the president when you know that you are incompetent. Minister of Transport, I'm calling you to order. Mona, I'm calling you to order. Minister of Tourism, I'm calling you to order. Barbara Rodzi, pull up your socks. Pull up your socks. You're sleeping on duty. Sleeping on duty. So we're going to start getting louder. And this is not gathering. This is not gather. This is a patriotic Zimbabwean telling you as ministers in government that budgets that are there and allocated, the question is, why are they not being spent for the very business that they're allocated for? So we are going to make noise. We are not going to be shouting at the president. We're going to be shouting at you as ministers in the department to say, until you look at some of these problems, we won't allow you to go sleep at night. If it means we come to your homes, if it means we toy and we put placards and we protest in the government offices, leave the president out of it. We're coming for you as ministers in the various departments. Minister of Health, Minister of Transport, and all other infrastructures. And please, leave the army, leave the police out of it. We are going to be dealing with you directly as ministers that are running these ministries. Your negligence and your incompetence cannot be attributed to the president. So yeah, Maponga J reporting from Matebeleland. We are going to turn up the heat on you as government ministers. And dare you try anything. Try and fix the problem. Don't try and fix me. Fix the problem. And we are going to be there, standing, taking pictures, and putting them on social media to show the world how incompetent you are as ministers in government. Budgets are there. Engineers are there. Quarry is there. You are there. Flying over problems. Drive through these problems and fix them for us. My name is Maponga J. Until we see you again in Harare. Pararenyatwa Hospital. I almost said hotel. Pararenyatwa Hospital. I'm coming for you, Minister of Health. I'm coming for you. Head-on collusion. And let's see, why are you in that office? And why are you not delivering? Where is the budget of the Ministry of Health going? Where is the budget of the Minister of Transport going? These infrastructures that we are complaining about, and you are there as the minister in that department, You have us to be dealing with. And I think all of us as citizens, wherever we are, it is our duty to hold our ministers into account. Yes, the president is finally responsible, but the people that have been put in charge of these ministries, and I think sometimes we run around the problem heading for the head of the state. We will deal with him later. For now, let us deal with those that are custodians in these ministries. Yours truly, Maponga J. Stay away from trouble. Don't do what I would do. But if you do it better. Reporting live from Tebeleland, Lupane State University. Yes! Beautiful development happening there. I'm glad. Until I see you again, have yourself a wonderful day.